What's up everyone, this is M-Falcon from M-Falcon Gaming, here to bring you another Pokemon Go video. So for this video, we're going to be talking about a topic that I get a lot of questions about from newer and casual players, or just players that want to learn more about the game. And that is what to do with all of your TMs, what Pokemon to use them on, what moves should you look for. As you can see, I have quite a lot here, and I actually went through and did some swapping of moves around and whatnot before this video, just to show you what those moves can be. So I'm going to go over the relevant Pokemon in the game as far as types. Not all types will be covered. I think I'm going to leave out poison and steel just because there's not really a use for them right now in the game, but in the future possibly. I think there's some crossover where a few Pokemon have double typing. So for example, I'll go over Gengar. I'll talk about it from a ghost type perspective, but it's also a poison type. But we won't go into that just because it's not really used as a poison type attacker at this moment. So that'll be the gist of the video. I'll try not to make it too long, but I want to make this pretty informational, answer some questions you guys might have, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll catch you guys in a little bit. So the first Pokemon I'm going to talk about is Machamp. Pretty simple, guys. You're going to want counter dynamic punch on all your Machamps. There's really just no moveset quite like it. He only knows counter and bullet punch for quick moves. Bullet punch is okay, I guess, if you're going up against an ice type, but you're also doing super effective damage being a fighting type as well. So no need for bullet punch. You could also make an argument for close combat, but that is a 1-bar charge move, and those take longer to fill up in order to use. So that's why dynamic punch, being a 2-bar charge move for 90 damage, and actually if you consider same type attack bonus, it's actually 108 damage per dynamic punch that you get off. So that's a lot of damage to be doing. So for this one, we're going to focus on Flareon as our fire type attacker. Very solid Pokemon altogether. You're going to want Fire Spin and Overheat. Fire Spin does 16.8 damage with stab, and also Overheat almost 200 damage, guys, with stab, 192. And I'm reading all these stats and all that from PokemonGoHub.net. Very useful website, very good stuff there. So I'm going to go with Pinsir for this portion. So the moves you're going to want for Pinsir is straightforward double bug move, bug bite, and X scissor. X scissor is pretty decent, 50 damage or 45 damage, 54 with stab. And then it is a 3-bar charge move. As you can see on the screen, I should just look at that, not on my computer. Alright guys, so for our electric type attacker, we are going to be looking at Jolteon. Jolteon, another very good, solid Pokemon altogether. The moves you want for Jolteon are going to be Volt Switch and Thunder Bolt. So, as you see right here, I do not have the ideal moves for it, so I'm going to do this in front of you guys, changing it over to the ideal move set. So first I'll do the fast move. Remember, it can only be one of 2 moves in Pokemon Go. So he will forget Thunder Shock, and he will learn Volt Switch. Should be coming up any second. Yep, there it is, Volt Switch. Alright, what I'm going to do is a couple more times, because I can get these back from legendary raids and tier 4 raids pretty easily. There we go, Thunderbolt. Alright guys, so the next one we're going to be talking about from a grass type perspective is Sceptile. So the moves you're going to want for Sceptile, pretty straightforward. Both of them are grass type moves. Bullet Seed, Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade, 3-bar charge move, fills up relatively fast with Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed gains a lot of energy, does decent damage, and then you can get on multiple Leaf Blades at once. Alright guys, so the next one we're going to be talking about is Gyarados from a water type perspective, but he'll be the first Pokemon that we talk about that has a little bit more versatility with its moves, and I'll get into that in a little bit. So pretty straightforward. What you want on your Gyarados is Waterfall, Hydro Pump. Another thing you can do or use Gyarados for, and if my phone cooperates I can show you, is put Bite Crunch on him. Alright, so the next Pokemon we're going to be looking at is Jinx. Jinx will be coming from the Ice type perspective, although it does have a good fast move, a good fast psychic move in Confusion, and an okay charge move as a psychic move, Psyshock. That's more useful in gym defending, because what are we beating up gyms with? Machamps. Psyshock is a 3-bar charge move, if I remember clearly. Let me just make sure I have that correct. Yes, it is a 3-bar charge move, 78 damage. So it's useful as a gym defender, or that move is useful as a gym defending move. What you're gonna want Jinx is Frost Breath and Avalanche. Avalanche being a 2-bar charge move, 108 damage, pretty straightforward, very good Ice type attacking Pokemon. So for the next type we're going to be talking about is Psychic type, and from this perspective, Alakazam is very good. Very high attack stat, so no matter what moves he has on him, he will be very good against whatever you're going up against. The ideal moveset is Confusion, Future Sight, when you're going up against a fighting type or poison type. This moveset is going to deal that raid boss or that Pokemon a lot of damage in a fairly quick amount of time. Another thing you can do with Alakazam is, and this is just my preference, Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball against other psychic types if you don't have a good dark type or a good bug type to go against them. Still be very good. Shadow Ball, very good move. Won't have stab, so we'll be just doing 100 damage, but still a very good move stat for a Pokemon with a very high attack stat, I believe. So the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about is Golem. Golem from a rock type perspective is very good. It was the best one until Tyranitar got Smackdown during Community Day. Then he kind of took the number 1 spot. But Golem still is very good. The moves you're going to want on Golem is Rock Throw and Stone Edge. Rock Throw does 14 damage, and Stone Edge does 120 damage. The Rock Throw will charge up Stone Edge fairly quickly, even though it is a 1-bar charge move. Golem does have access to a 3-bar charge move called Rock Blast, but it is considerably less damage. From a ground type perspective, he's also pretty good too. He has Mud Slap, which deals 18 damage, and Earthquake, 144 damage. Now, Earthquake is a 1-bar charge move. It does take a pretty good while to charge up, but it is very powerful. Alright guys, so for the next Pokemon, we're going to be talking about Gardevoir, mostly from a fairy type perspective. But Gardevoir is interesting because she has access to 3 really good charge moves, so you kind of customize what you want to use Gardevoir for. So the ideal move set for Gardevoir is Confusion and Dazzling Gleam. Now, Gardevoir does also get access to Psychic and Shadow Ball, which are good against different matchups. So Psychic against fighting, Shadow Ball against psychic types. Alright guys, so for the next one we're going to be talking about Gengar. Gengar, basically from a ghost type perspective, is pretty much what you're going to want to use Gengar for. You're going to look for Hex and Shadow Ball currently as its best moveset from a ghost type perspective. If you are lucky enough to have a legacy Gengar that has Shadow Claw on it, definitely keep the Shadow Claw. TM till you get Shadow Ball, and you'll have the two best moves from a ghost type perspective, and that's great against Mewtwo and other psychic types. The moves you're going to want for Blissey: Zen Headbutt and Dazzling Gleam. Now, you can make an argument for Psychic, because what do we use to attack gyms? Machamps, fighting types, things that Psychic would be good against. But the downside, Psychic is a 1-bar charge move, so that's going to take a little bit to fill up, especially with Blissey being such a high defense Pokemon. It takes a lot of damage to take out a Blissey. We all know that. We've all battled them before. Alright, here we are, guys. We are at the best Pokemon in Pokemon Go, besides Mewtwo. Mewtwo's definitely better. But Tyranitar, 3 movesets that are super useful, super effective, and they're just amazing. So the first one we're going to talk about, Smackdown Stone Edge. Now, you can only get this moveset if you have a Smackdown Tyranitar from Community Day. If you have any left over, they're good IVs, they're high enough level, or you want to power them up, and they have Smackdown on them, go ahead and TM it to Stone Edge. Now, you can get Crunch or Fire Blast from them. I guess Smackdown Crunch could be pretty good too, but if you're looking for the best rock type attacker, Smackdown Stone Edge Tyranitar. You could also go full dark move. Crunch is a 3-bar charge move, so you're gonna get off a lot of crunches. Bite fills up relatively quickly, fills up that charge meter, and you can just crunch to your heart's desire. It's great. And last, the classic moveset of Bite Stone Edge. Personally, I like this one just as a gym attacker. That's pretty much it for the non-legendary portion. You know, I'll make another video talking about the legendary Pokemon you want to use your TMs on. And if you have any more questions, you want to comment about something, did I miss a Pokemon that you think I should really talk about? Because there's some Pokemon I definitely could have talked about. I really want to go over like Espeon, Vaporeon, Scizor, Pokemon like that. But I really wanted to keep it just to 1 per type. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.